2020-2021 school year. I'm Leslie King, and I'm the instructor for IB Visual Arts. This is my 9th year teaching arts, my 5th year at AIS and in Egypt, and my 4th year teaching IB art. I've lived in Egypt for the last 4 years. I'm married to David King, who is the new AP in high school. We have 2 kids, Genevieve, who will be 3 in October, and Weston, who just turned 1. They were both born here in Egypt, a country that I love and have loved growing professionally and personally in, and I'm excited for another school year. Art is a passion of mine. It's something that drives me. It's something I love teaching. It's something I love doing. It's something I think about often. It's something I love talking about. And one of my absolute favorite parts of being an art teacher is helping students to grow and doing that through constructive criticism and feedback and critique. I love sitting down and looking at an artwork and scrutinizing it with a student, asking them questions, asking them to look at it differently, thinking about different things, and seeing how that artwork can improve and grow. And there's nothing more satisfying to me than seeing a student so completely, joyfully enjoying the art making process and celebrating the accomplishments of an artwork that they feel proud of and that they feel they've done their best in creating. IB art in general is a very challenging course. It's very different than our other IB subjects. We follow a very different model. We have our 3 assessed components: the exhibition, the process portfolio, and the comparative study. And these 3 components make up the assessment at the end of your 2nd year. You're going to see more and more this course gearing towards, in its assessment and in our assignments that we give, an alignment to that 40-40-20 structure that we see between the comparative study, the exhibition, and the process portfolio. In our assessments, you'll see a better weighting and balance on PowerSchool, as well as the amount of time and attention and focus we spend on each of the components in our class time. Online, we'll present a unique set of challenges for art courses in terms of materials as well as time and the way that we can give feedback. But I'm actually very excited about the way that we'll be able to structure this as an online course. And I think that there's a lot of opportunities to be found in the challenges. So most of our assignments are going to be assigned on Google Classroom, just trying to keep things really streamlined and all in one place. Google Classroom is going to be the place where you're going to need to check in for assignments and also where you're going to post assignments. You can contact me most easily through email. I do ask that you contact me during the allotted office hours for the most immediate feedback. I will not be promising any communication with students between the hours of 4 p.m. and 7:30 a.m. But during the school day, I will do my best to get back to your emails as quickly as possible. If you have a hard time reaching me via email, it's been more than 24 hours, please do feel free to reach out to me via Google Hangouts to send me a quick reminder about the email that you've sent me and the subject of the issue that you're having. Feedback is going to be provided both in written forms as well as in audio recordings. It's a lot easier for me to verbalize feedback than it is always to write it out. And to be able to give this back in a more timely manner, this will be utilized as well as written feedback. It is essential that during this online time, you use your time productively. This is an opportunity for some of you who like to spend longer stretches of time working on your artwork uninterrupted. This is a great opportunity for you. For all of us in our art making, We need to strive for growth and in improving our technical skills. For some of you in IB Art, you are not coming in with a great amount of experience or skills, and that's okay. The course is designed to accommodate that, but this does necessitate a great amount of effort on your own time in order to improve. This year, we will be doing media workshops, and I'll be working individually with students on growth in particular areas, but the best way to grow is through individual practice and repetition. Doing the same exercises over and over again, getting in and digging into your journal, making art all the time. This is the best way to grow. Even if all you have at home is a pencil and paper, you can improve in any discipline through those foundational practices and skill building activities that you can do in your journal simply and at home. No amount of time spent on art is wasted. If you are spending time stretching yourself creatively and building technical skills, as simple as they might be, you will see improvement over all areas of your art making. I ask that you commit yourself to what I've asked of all of my IB Art students, and is that you demonstrate a compulsion to create. That you do not limit yourself through these circumstances, but that you find ways to make art. It's important that you demonstrate that compulsion to create. An IB Art student cannot not make art. Whether it's your industrious work time or relaxing in your downtime, you should make it a priority to be making art in order to improve and grow this year. It is important that you supply yourself at home with the materials that you'll need in order to do the kind of art that you're going to want to make during our times that we're online. Whether it's in the hybrid scenario, or if God forbid we go online for a longer stretch of time like we did at the end of last year. IB has shown some flexibility with our students who are graduating this year, where some of the media requirements have changed. But if you are wanting to work in materials that are not readily available at home, it is important that you do supply yourself those materials now. We are going to ask that each of our students supply themselves with some of the basic materials that you'll need in art this year. And I am asking that you do provide yourself with a toolbox or a tackle box that can contain all of your materials, and so they're easily transported from school to home. This also is going to ensure that you're touching as little as possible in the room and risking any cross-contamination between yourself and other students. This is also going to help you to control the quality of the materials that you use, where your paintbrushes and your pencils and your markers are your own, and you can use them as you see fit. We are still providing materials, but there is a much greater restraint on that. We are limited in what we can supply, as well as what the way that we need to keep it clean. We are not sending any materials home with students that are not consumables. So things like paper and canvases are fine, but paints and scissors, anything that would need to be returned, we are not going to be able to send home this year. I can't wait for you all to get back here, for us to start making artwork together, for us to work in a community of artists. I promise to be here for you, to help to make this year as easy as possible, and to encourage you as you strive to become the artist that you want to be. This is going to be an awesome year. It's not going to be without its challenges, but I promise I'm here for you. I'm a resource, and we're going to make this great.